Detectives in California claim to have solved a crucial puzzle in a murder case that has perplexed them for almost 3 decades. A fridge was discovered in March 1995 by a young man searching for recyclables off Bacon Island Road, some 10 miles outside of Stockton. When the man opened the refrigerator, he discovered a woman's waterlogged body inside. The refrigerator had been pushed down a canal. The San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office's investigators came to the conclusion that she had most likely been deceased for roughly 6 months prior to the shocking discovery. The woman apparently had her hands bound when she was discovered, and she had suffered blunt force damage. Her identity remained a mystery for many years. The investigation became dormant. But now, why is it in the news again? Did something exciting come up? Is the lady's identity finally revealed? Comment below what you think about this mystery. Welcome to our channel where we give you unbelievable crime stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell icon to keep watching more real, mesmerizing crime stories. A group of recyclers scavenging along a Northern California canal on a spring day in 1995 discovered the decomposing bones of a woman inside a partially submerged refrigerator. She had been bound and gagged. According to authorities, the body, which was described as belonging to a lady between the ages of 29 and 41 with strawberry blonde hair, had been submerged for a number of months. Homicide investigators in San Joaquin County, east of the San Francisco Bay Area, would struggle to solve the case for the following 3 decades. Some of them devoted their whole professional lives to trying to identify the woman. However, the sheriff's office revealed a significant development last week. Sheriff of San Joaquin County, Patrick Withrow, said, "It is with a tempered heart that I reveal that we have identified a young woman recovered 27 years ago who was murdered in our county. Amanda is her name." The sheriff's office was able to positively identify the remains as those of Amanda Lynn Schumann-Deza after working with Othram Forensics, a Texas-based business that created a DNA profile and employed forensic genetic genealogy to provide leads. Deza, mother of 3, is thought to have vanished at the age of 29. Nearly 80 miles from where her remains were ultimately discovered, she was last seen in 1994 in the company of a guy she had met at a recovery center in the city of Napa. Deza, who they claimed was going through challenging times before she passed away, was never the subject of a missing person complaint, according to the authorities. Her daughter, Veronica Tovar, submitted a DNA sample to establish that the remains were those of her mother, which helped to solve the case. Tovar, who was taken away from her mother's house when she was just 3 years old, only has a few recollections of Deza. Years passed while she pondered what had become of her mother, who she remembered as being kind and loving. The 34-year-old remarked, "I've lived my entire life just not knowing. She left, and I just never understood why. I mistakenly believed she had just left. I felt excluded." Tovar is unsure of the circumstances surrounding her mother and her brother's removal from her mother's care. She is aware that Deza wanted her kids to be together, which is why they were ultimately placed in the same adoptive home. "Even though she wasn't here with us, she adored her kids. I never got over that emotion," Tovar remarked. "She did the best she could with what she had. I feel as though she just got lost, based on my memories and how I feel. I believe she lacked the help she required to succeed." In the autumn of last year, Tovar received a call from a detective from the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office asking if she would be prepared to donate a DNA sample. The detective sent a kit to jewelry maker Tovar, who used it to provide a sample. She remembered scraping the inside of her lips so forcefully the next day that her cheeks hurt from the effort to provide a suitable sample. While she awaited a response from the police, she investigated the case specifics, and the truth of what her mother had gone through started to dawn on her. "Until I found out, I waited on edge," she said. "I couldn't stop thinking about it or reading about her case. The savagery with which she was killed is so cruel and unjust. I asked myself the same questions that everyone else did. Why wasn't she being looked for? She had to be known to someone. How did her disappearance go unnoticed? It is not logical. It really made me rattle." Are you liking the video so far? Then pause for a minute and go give it a like. Do not forget to share it with all your friends and family and subscribe to our channel as well. Okay, back to the story. Tovar has now received some long-awaited answers thanks to the discovery, but there are still unanswered questions regarding Deza's life, the specifics of what transpired to her, and who killed her. Tovar says that Deza's mother and sister, who made up her little family, were never forthcoming with information about her. Nobody ever asked, "Where is she? What happened?" despite the fact that they missed her. Tovar doesn't know a lot, but she does have a few memories with her mother, including a day spent creating art in a sandbox. I recall her engaging in some sand play with me. I recall that she cherished me. I sensed that. She admitted that she loved me. She was nice. She does, however, recall being able to perceive her mother's difficulties. I do recall feeling sad for her before I was abducted, Tovar said. I recall how depressed my mother was. The sole child of Deza that is implicated in the lawsuit is Tovar. She claimed that her sister and brother weren't ready to participate. None of them can recall a reason why they were taken from her mother's house before she was. We simply don't know. We didn't even know what had happened on top of not knowing. We were unsure of her lack of communication with us. Authorities are attempting to fill in the blanks on Deza's life, including her whereabouts and activities just before her passing. Anyone who knew her is encouraged to contact the sheriff to share details about that time in her life. The identification provides the investigators with a location to start, but they added that more work remains. We're searching for any leads regarding her disappearance. Several pieces from the years before her death are missing, according to Lieutenant Linda Jimenez, who spoke at the news conference last week. Our work is not done. Deza, who was born on August 11, 1965, was never reported missing, possibly as a result of difficulties in her childhood that San Joaquin County Sheriff's deputies alluded to at a press conference on Thursday. According to the lab's news statement, she was last seen by her family at an unknown apartment building with an unidentified male she met in a rehabilitation facility. When she was killed, she was living apart from her husband and 3 young children. Deza had a husband and 3 children when she passed away at the age of 30. She was living apart from her family at the time of her disappearance in 1994, and a man she met at a recovery center was with her when she was last seen in an unidentified apartment block in Napa. The identity of that person is unknown. She was not reported missing, according to sheriff's office officials, although her family did look for her. According to San Joaquin County Sheriff Patrick Withrow, she was a 30-year-old woman out on her own and had her own life, so the family just didn't know. As we all know, every family is different. Detectives are currently searching for that one little piece of information that could help them identify her killer or provide further details about her life. When speaking at the conference, Lieutenant Linda Jimenez observed that it is kind of hard to investigate who killed someone if you don't know who they are. According to Withrow, someone might know someone who might be able to reach out to us and give us the last piece so we can solve this and hold the person responsible accountable. The family members we've spoken to are appreciative that we've located the body, but they are wary, Withrow added. They were undoubtedly surprised by the news, but they share our optimism that we can help them find some sort of resolution. Prior to her passing, Deza is thought to have resided in the Delta, Oakley, and Napa. Persons of interest in the case have not been identified by investigators. At a press conference on Thursday, San Joaquin County District Attorney Ron Freitas declared that this case is far from being resolved and justice is far from being served. The coward who performed this horrific atrocity will be prosecuted to the greatest extent of the law, I promise. Up to $10,000 has been offered as a reward for information that results in the capture and conviction of Deza's murderer. Detectives from San Joaquin County are hopeful that reconstructing Deza's final days, which most likely occurred in the late summer or early autumn of 1994, will help them locate former acquaintances and potential witnesses who could assist them coming to a conclusion or make an arrest. In his appeal for information, Withrow referred to Deza as a beautiful woman whose life was cut short, and urged anyone who may have known her at the time to come forward. Someone out there might know. We just need one little bit of it, he added. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Let us know in the comments section what you think about it. If you enjoyed watching the video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell icon to keep watching more of these lip-smacking, mesmerizing crime videos. See you in the next video. Bye.